What is going on, all my stars out there? How y'all shining? Today we are on Car Mechanic Simulator. I've been having a lot of fun with this game. We're up to 166,000, just pretty much restoring and flipping cars. I actually just rebuilt this Nissan GTR, and honestly I really like it. We have the Porsche interior. I got the Nissan DLC, the Land Rover DLC, and I believe the Porsche DLC. I plan to hopefully get more DLCs soon because I'm again having a lot of fun with this. But we completely gave this car a makeover. We gave it a whole new engine and put tuned up parts, and even took it to the dyno. This GTR did about 349 miles per hour, and I could sell it right now for 214,000. But to be honest, I don't want to sell it right now because I have money, and I also have a Porsche that I could refix to sell. So until we actually need money, I believe I'm going to actually keep this one out here or move it into storage. I don't know yet, but we're going to be rebuilding a car. So we're going to try two different places. I have one barn location available. I have more, but we're only going to go to it once, see if we can find anything there that we want to flip. If not, I'm going to go to the junkyard just because those cars are in worse condition. And finally, we're going to probably end it at the auction to try to find a car for us to flip. So we actually have a barn location available. I don't know why it's not letting me use it, but luckily we have more. So we'll just put some of those in there and see if it actually allows us to use it. Barn, no locations available. I don't know what's going on with that, so we're probably just going to start off and go straight to the junkyard. I believe again we're probably gonna hit all three if we can. If it lets us go to the barn, if not, we're just gonna hit the junkyard and the auction just to see if there's a car that I actually kind of really want to restore and flip. And even if we buy something in this junkyard, there's no guarantee, because again, I may hit the auction, and I kind of really want to build a Camaro, but I have not been lucky enough to see any of the newer versions. So we're not going to go to that because I don't want to build something like that. So we're pretty much just going to walk around and see if we find anything. And we also may kind of go into the junk piles. So we actually found two so far, and I don't know which one I'm gonna buy. There's this one, the Nissan Fairlady ZS30. I have no idea what I'll probably be able to sell it for. It's 8,000 right now, which really doesn't matter. I don't think I'm gonna do this one because we really can't do any actual engine swaps. I also found this over here that looks pretty good. This is the Chieftain Bandit, and it looks kind of good, and we can actually do a engine replacement for it for a V8 2 carb supercharged, which sounds like it would be amazing because we would do a complete engine swap. Because I don't know what's actually in there. I don't know if the supercharged is in there. I don't believe that the factory engine is a V8 2 carb supercharged. It's not, it's just a V8 2 carb. So again, we could just put the supercharged version in there. So we're probably going to honestly actually buy this and possibly just we're probably gonna buy this. Yeah, I like that. We're gonna buy that, put that in our garage. So we're gonna keep that, and just see what else we can actually find, if there's anything else, and we'll probably make a final selection, because again, we can either come back to this in a later video, or I'll probably just do it on my own. But we're gonna see what else we can find. So this is a Salem Spectre Fastback. So comes with a base 498 horsepower. I think I actually built one of these before though, so I don't think I want to do it again. It's just because I don't believe that they actually have a hood for this engine, which I kind of really didn't like. Honestly, I think the supercharged ones don't in general. Yeah, like I don't think there's an actual hood. But we already have like kind of like a muscle car, so I don't think we're gonna buy that today. We have that other one. I believe that's probably all we're going to be able to find here. So we're going to try to hit the barn and then finally end it off at the auction. So we're at the auction right now because for some reason it still wouldn't allow us to actually get into the barn. And to be honest, I'm really not seeing anything that I love at the auction. Besides maybe this. Alright, so we actually found this. We're gonna see what we can do. I kind of want to actually do this because if you remember from the Cars movie, the King, he had this exact same car except the wheels were white. So we could also possibly do a engine swap on this, I believe, so we could put a V8 2 carb OHV supercharged engine in this too, which I believe we're going to do. So I think even though we also have a power build at the crib, I think we're gonna go with this, guys, and we're just gonna see what we can get it for. I don't want to pay for this. I'm just going to actually examine it a little bit. I'm really not too worried about the price, but actually we're doing a complete engine swap, so that actually like really doesn't matter the engine whatsoever. We're probably gonna have to buy a lot of parts for this. So the starting auction is 2,853 for this car. The estimated value is 8,760. I have a little bit of spending change, so for this I believe I'll possibly be able to sell this for 115, 130 maybe if we're lucky, if we decide to sell it. So I don't want to spend anything over 11k. If they try to go over 11k, I think I'm going to pull back, but let's see if we can actually get this for 11k. So let's just keep bidding. So we got it for $200 cheaper than the actual buy now price. So guys, we actually received our car. It's in our garage. So we're gonna go straight back to the garage and we're going to actually start this assembly and restore and see how beautiful of a baby we could turn this into. So you've seen it before, and now we're going to fix this baby up. I really honestly am feeling the whole King from Cars vibe. So it's going to be baby blue. We're going to try to put some of the parts to be baby blue. We're definitely going to try to make the engine like pretty much baby blue, and like we're just going to try to make this car look as sexy as we possibly can. But it all starts with this car wash. So let's actually spray down all of this gunk and this nasty dirt and actually get this car pretty much clean and just see what base color it is. It's not actually a bad color. There's a lot of rust. It definitely looks like it's been swimming in the bottom of the Pacific Ocean. However, we're just going to do a little bit of an interior detail, get the inside clean, and let's see how much we've made off of just that. It really doesn't matter because we're doing a complete rebuild. But 823, not bad, not good either. So we're gonna actually put this back in the front real quick, and then what we're going to do is move this to possibly, I want to say, car lift A, so we don't have to move that far. And we're going to start with the welder tool and just see what exactly we can do with this and how bad this damage actually is. So let's just see. It's not that bad. Like, it definitely needs a lot of work, like the door, this, that, but we got money for this, so we're really not too stressed about this. Let's put this back where it belongs, put it over there. And I normally like to start with the engine first because the engine is possibly like the most grueling part of it, and this engine is disgusting. We're definitely going to do a engine swap on this, I believe. So we got the car up in the air. We're going to do the engine first. We have to drain the oil. I typically like to do the engine first because it's typically the longest part of the car restoring process. And again, we're also building a complete V8 supercharged engine from scratch. So I'm going to speed up me taking the engine out of the car, putting it on the stand, and also speed up me kind of taking everything off, because we have to take everything off. And I'll get right back to you guys after I restore what parts that we can restore and we get to actually building the engine. So we're completely done with actually removing every piece of that engine, which was absolutely disgusting and rusted. Completely removed it, fixed what we can. However, we're not going to use most of those parts. We're going to put them in storage because we're actually building a complete new engine for the actual car, and we're going to give it a V8 2-carb supercharged engine, which I believe will make this thing go brrr, honestly. So we're gonna find the V8 2-carb supercharged version of this engine right here, the V8 2-carb OHV supercharged. It has a base 380 horsepower, and we're going to honestly probably give it that, I believe. But let's just double check. Supercharger may not be in our best option, just because again, I really do not like that actual hood that comes out of it, especially if we're trying to actually kind of make it the king from cars. So let's see what other engines we can do. So we can do a V8 1-carb or a V8 2-carb. I believe this is the V8 OH6P, I believe, but I think this actually had the V8 2-carb OHV in it. So I want to see what the actual horsepower is on this, and based on that information is what we're going to do. We're not going to do the supercharge just because they don't have supercharged parts, and for that I'll actually show you an example. So for example, if I were to pretty much do this, go to tablet, go to body tuning, this is what we have at the crib right now. Oh, they actually have it. So this one actually has the hood for it. The last car that I didn't have the actual hood. So even though the cars version doesn't have that, I don't know guys, because I really want to build it so it kind of looks like the King. On one hand, I want to actually give it the twin turbo, but then on the other hand, I actually want to kind of build the Dinoco car King from Cars. So I think we're gonna go with the original plan and do that, even though I kind of want to put in a supercharged. We're not gonna do a supercharged engine in it today. There definitely will be a video where we use the supercharged engine. Again, we want the Dinoco car, so we're possibly really just going to do a V8 2 carb OHV. Yeah, so we're just gonna do that, and we're honestly going to start building, guys. Like I said, we're going to pretty much be running back and forth between coloring, getting parts, buying parts, and putting them together. So I'm gonna speed all of this up so you guys aren't too incredibly bored. Let's just see what we can do with this car, guys. Let's have fun with it, and let's build this engine, baby. So again, we're done with our engine. It actually looks pretty fucking clean for what we're going for. The color combo we're going for is the King Dinoco car from Cars the movie. And this is his blue, I believe. It's like a baby blue kind of gloss type of color. He's pretty light. That one right there is a little bit dark because we did metallic just because it's metal. We couldn't change these colors, which isn't bad because they're kind of more extreme or more tuned up parts. And I kind of like having them kind of shiny. It really shows the quality of those parts. We have the blue ignition wires. We got all tuned up parts that we could get if they possibly had it, even the tuned up air filter. So we're not gonna put this in our baby right now. Actually, what we're going to do really fast is get whatever parts that we kind of need to get off at the moment, see what parts we can fix. I don't think many on here, I'm not going to lie to you guys, but we're pretty much just going to see what body parts we can fix. Then we're going to put it outside, put the body parts on that we actually want, respray it, and then come back here and remove the suspension. I'm not gonna make you guys watch the suspension part because it's pretty kind of like not boring, I would say, but less intuitive. We're going to also do the interior and change the interior up at the very end, but pretty much we just took off everything that we could from the body. And we're going to pretty much just see what exactly we can fix. And let's go do that right now, actually. So let's actually just see what parts we need, what parts we have, and what customization options we have. So we'll put that there. We need one of those, we need one of these. We definitely need a trunk, a back mirror, and a bumper. And we need some tail lights. You gotta have those tail lights so nobody's gonna be able to see you. And of course the left side, and again the left side, so the left fender, left door, and left window. And let's actually see what customization options this baby has. So it has that trunk. We're not gonna go with it just because when we didn't put the supercharged engine in. However, we will go with the better lights, I would say. Yeah, we're definitely gonna probably go with these lights. I really like these. We'll go with these tail lights. I don't know which headlight we're going to go with. We'll determine that at the end. However, we are going to buy the rest of the necessities that we need. So we definitely are probably going to need some more mirrors, so we have those. And then let's just go through this. We have a hood, I believe, so we don't need that. I forget what we have, so we'll just try to actually put everything back on, and whatever we don't have, I guess we'll just buy. Let's see if we have a fender. We don't have a fender. I know we have a door for sure. I don't know what side it was. I do remember fixing a door. Was it this door? It was this door. Was it this fender? That's the question. It was not that fender. So was it this fender? I really don't know what other things that we actually fixed. Was it the trunk? I know we fixed multiple things. Cool. It was the trunk. Was it the rear bumper? And it was the bumper. That is awesome. So then we could just input these tail lights. So I would say, yeah, I like those tail lights a lot, actually, guys. I really like those tail lights. It's a very nice tail light. However, even though this red is very good, this is not the look we're going for. So we're not going to worry about that too much. So let's just see what we need. So we need a front bumper. Let's buy that. We don't need this. We do, however, need a windshield. We don't need a trunk. We do not need a bumper. We do not need any tail lights, I do not believe. Front left door. We do need doors. Is this the left? That is the left. I am bugging. I don't know why. I just actually checked. However, let's actually get this bumper installed. Not a bad bumper. It could be better, could be worse. I don't know which ones I like. Ooh, I kind of like these better because it kind of makes it look like an eye. I believe so. Let's just see how these other ones look, guys. I really don't know. That's kind of like very minimal, I would say. For a race car, I would kind of expect... I really don't know, guys. I really don't know. I think that one is a little subtle right here. But again, that does look like an eye right there, which is kind of, you know, pretty cool. However, I believe we're possibly going to go with the first set. Or the second set. We're going to go with the second set. Definitely the second set. So these ones right here. Did I buy a fender? I did not buy a fender whatsoever. Boom, we do this. We do have those. I don't know exactly what I bought and what I didn't. So we're just going to pretty much start over. Put our license plate on. So now that we have all the body parts finished, again, we're going to do the interior last. That steering wheel also isn't that bad, but since this is a race car, we're going to just remove it, and we'll probably use that in a different build because the steering wheel is honestly doesn't look like it's actually in terrible condition. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. However, we'll do that last. We're gonna probably put race stuff in there for now. Let's go ahead and move this to our paint shop and paint this baby the blue that we're going to do. So we're going to do this paint car, and again, this is the blue that we're gonna go with right here. This also isn't that bad, but I think the glossy color is more kind of fit for what we kind of want to go with, if I'm being completely honest with you guys. If I had to be completely honest, I really don't know though. I think there, because he's more of a lighter blue, which again would possibly be this this right here. Does this have any liveries? It does have any liveries. So let's see if it has any race liveries that we could possibly, you know, get it to, because again, the car in the movie definitely does have some type of you know, liveries. It's not that bad. Pearl, I don't like pearl. Chrome, I don't like chrome. What about if I did a metallic? And then no, that does not work whatsoever. So what if we did gloss but moved the color down just a little bit like that? I kind of like that. So it does have this livery. So again, we're not going to be able to get the exact livery set that is from the movies, because he has a lot. Like, that's not bad, but again, it's supposed to be stuff on the hood. I guess this is possibly the closest, since they do have a number on it, and I believe we're possibly going to go with this, guys. I really like livery 3 for the kind of look that we're doing. That's honestly not really bad, guys. But I don't know if I want this or this. I kind of really like how it has that shade, but again, he didn't have kind of like a little black background on it. It's kind of pretty much all white. So I think we have to just go all white for this, if I'm being completely honest, even though this one looks a lot better, if I'm being completely honest. But for being more accurate, we'll just do, I like that. I'm not gonna lie, I really like that livery set, if I had to be honest with you guys. So This is our baby as of right now. As you can see, guys, it looks a lot like the King, but is it gonna perform like the King? So what we're gonna do is we're gonna move this back to right in front of the garage just so we can actually move the Land Rover right back in front. So we're gonna replace the Land Rover. So what I'm gonna do, guys, is I'm actually just going to skip to the part of where we're not finished but kind of finished. I'm going to completely take off this suspension. We're gonna give it all new suspensions, new exhaust, the best exhaust, pretty much all the best parts that we can. And then other than that, I'm going to completely take off this suspension because this suspension is absolutely disgusting. We're going to take everything out of the hood, refill everything. I don't know if I'm going to speed it up or skip. I may skip taking it apart and then speed up actually putting it back together. And we're going to pick tires after we finish with the suspension, guys. So don't go nowhere. Stick around. We'll be right back. So we are back, guys. I ended up honestly actually just completing the suspension. As you can see, it looks a lot better. We also used all the tuned up parts. We still have to do, you know, get that radiator out and everything in the engine. However, we did all the suspensions. We even changed the brake calipers to blue. On muscle cars, especially like old ones at least, there's only 2 brake calipers, and those are in the front, and then the back have brake drums surrounded by you know, a brake disc. However, the suspension is done. It's honestly looking very beautiful from when we first started. So now what we actually gotta do is we gotta find some tires for this. So the tires that I really kind of honestly want to go with, and what I'm thinking of is a race tire. It is a race car, so the race tires that they have, it has white, and King the Dinoco version of cars actually had kind of some words on his tires, and they were a little bit white. So I think that's the look we're going to be going for right here. And I think we're honestly probably going to keep the actual stock dimensions. So the first dimension, we're going to get 215 75 14 ones right there. So 215 75 14, I believe. I just said, hopefully that's exactly what I just said, but so we'll get 2 of these, 14 where rim size, and I think I said 215 and 40. So I believe that's the size. We can't do 40 actually. So what is the actual stock? So it's 215 75. So 215 75, that's what it was. Okay, I'm kind of sped. So we'll do 2 of that, 14 of that. We'll do 75 of that and 215 75 14. We'll get 2 of these. And then I believe the other ones were, we're just gonna stick with stock, guys. We're gonna stick with stock. So 255 70 14. So 255 70. So 255. So ooh, I'm bugging right now, guys. So it's 14 for the rim size. Width is 255, I believe, and this was 70. So 14, 255, 70, and we need 2 of these. Now the fun part, which is rims. What rims are we going to kind of... So I think we're going to go original. I want to make a more modern version. Maybe we'll save a more modern version for a future video. However, I think we're going to kind of just stick with base, and the wheels that kind of most resemble that I'm looking at the moment is like one of these right here, the 32 or 32A. However, I'm just going to kind of just scroll just to see if I can find anything else that kind of like resembles more of the type of wheels that he had gotten. So let's find some more wheels, guys. When we do a more modern version eventually, I think we're going to do something very freaky. However, for now, actually the retro kind of look more like it. So I believe we're gonna go with the retro, guys. I believe I really do believe that I kind of want to go with the retro, if I'm being honest with you. I think I kind of want to go retro on this. Retro 3. Yep, we're going to go with these. So we're going to get 4 of these in 14 sizes. And we're going to go color these white. We really don't need to, like, oh guys, it would look so fucking sexy blue. I'm not going to lie to you. I kind of want to do that. Even though he didn't have blue rims, I feel like that's not too big of a change, to be honest. But let's see what white would look like. White just looks so plain, whereas blue just looks so fucking sexy. So we're gonna make an executive decision here, guys, and I think we're gonna go with the blue rims. I think this is probably the best executive decision I've probably ever made in my entire life. However, again, that's probably the only thing that won't be as accurate. However, I'm not too mad because we still have the rims like that most look like the ones that he had. So it's not like we got more modern rims. We just did a little bit of a paint job on. Because I may be born. God damn, I'm about to bust. Oh my god, I don't know why I said that. I ain't gonna lie, guys. This shit just look nice. That shit looks so fucking good, guys. Yeah, that looks good. Okay, let's get it down. So because we're done with the suspension and everything, I hope. I always forget a rubber brush or two. However, why does this look like, I did forget the window. I'm an idiot. I knew it. I was like, bro, why does it look like it's just wide open? Pause. All right, so let's see how much we're gonna get without adding our engine. Without adding our engine, we'd get 42,000 for selling this. We bought it for 8,000, which isn't actually bad because, like, in that case, bro, we could like legit keep it. But we do not care about the profit. We actually want to go crazy with this. So what we're gonna do is we're going to drain everything because I don't feel like paying for all the actual fees we might get for just removing it. ran just so that Land Rover can get back on the lift. And what we're going to do now is get ourselves some race interior. I kind of already have an idea of what I want to do for this. I believe so. So for the interior shop, I don't think this has, yeah, so it doesn't have a bench. I believe it does have a bench. So we have to get the actual bench for this, which kind of sucks, but I'm not too worried about that. So we're just going to get the bench. We're going to search that up. I don't like that it's brown. I'm not going to lie, guys. I really don't. But we're going to just see. Actually, let me do this. See if this works. Oh, so we have 3 different choices. I like this. Okay, so I actually want this color. And then what we're going to do, I'm actually glad I did that. So we're going to do that, and for the front, we're gonna get some nice race ones. So I already know what steering wheel I think I'm gonna get. I've used this in about 2 different cars, but I really like it for it to be a steering wheel one. I really kind of am in love with this one right here. I like this wheel a lot. It is a real racing wheel in my opinion, so I believe we're going to go with that for the race wheel. Yeah, I don't see anything else that I really am too like about. So we're going to buy this, and then we're going to try to find some nice race seats. We don't need to spend too much on there because they're just seats. Even though these Porsche ones are nice, I've used it in my other car. These black ones, I can just get any Porsche. I really don't need those. Now, if these were in gray, they would be fire and we would get them. But since they're not, we're going to try to find just 2 racing ones. So these ones are pretty cheap and I like those. It's not a bad choice. These right here, I think we're going to get, guys. I believe we're going to have to get these 2 right here. Or actually, guys, I'm not gonna lie, we're probably just gonna go with this. So I'm gonna see which one looks better. So we're doing interior, assemble. So for the first one, we're going to put this. In the second one, we're going to put that, and we're gonna just add everything into it and just see what kind of flows better, the first one or the second one. So now let's go to normal mode. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, they're both not really bad. They're both not really bad. You couldn't go wrong with either, but I honestly think what I'm going to do is go with the white one. I just think the white kind of flows just a little bit better and kind of makes it pop just a little bit more. Just a little bit, just a little bit, just a little bit. So it looks like it's going up. My prediction is 524. 524. 424. Oh, goddamn. So we got a plus 262 horsepower on the upgrades. Our measured power now is 568 horsepower. Of course, we obviously did an engine swap. We gave it a V8 2 carb OHV and upgraded the parts dramatically. and drastically. So now that we did that, guys, I think the only other thing to do besides having fun with it on a racetrack is just to see how fast our baby actually goes, guys. So we've come to the end of the video, guys. If you enjoyed this video, please let me know down in the comment section and leave a like. I would really appreciate it. And let me know if you want me to do another video. This is my first car mechanic simulator video, so I didn't even know how I was going to edit it or anything. So I hope it came out correct and I hope it came out really good. Again, if it did, let me know down in the comment section and we'll definitely make this a regular series because there's over 70 cars, not including the DLC. They're dropping an Aston Martin DLC, which I'm definitely going to pick up soon. So there's a lot of cars to actually do rebuilds on, and different type of vehicles and engine builds, and just so many different type of builds and videos. So if you enjoyed this video, let me know down in the comment section. Like I said prior, if you enjoyed this video, you can see more of my videos by clicking the video on the left or the right. I love you guys to the moon and back. I'm out. Peace.